Man, when I say I just made myself dinner, like just sat down from doing it. My biggest challenge yet is eating dinner while watching a FEH channel. What the fuck was that? That was like some kind of centaur Kajil monster? Is this our new OC character we're getting? We're doing Steampunk now? Yo. What is that? That thing looks crazy. Oh, that's the new OC. Okay, got it. Is she like a robot beast? Is it time for gun? It looks like it. This is awesome. It's like steampunk, but like even a little bit beyond that because there's missiles and shit. What is that? That's so creepy looking. I kind of like it. Yeah, that was what I saw in the preview. This is actually awesome. This music is cool too. What? Oh, wait, what? We're getting clashing art styles. I don't know what's going on. New OCs, new mythic heroes. I think that unit can transform like a beast can, but they might be like a new unit type.
Faye, that's one scary face. His name is Fafnir, and he's the king of Nithivalir, the realm of Dverker.
Oh, I can pronounce that one.
He was once adored by all, but things seem to have taken a turn for the worse. I wonder what happened.
That trailer was kind of dope, I'm not gonna lie. That was actually really cool.
He's Fafnir's younger brother. According to the information I've gathered, he really looks up to his brother, almost to the point of worship. He's got quite a regal look to him, doesn't he? Finally, we have Regan, younger sister to Fafnir.
Yeah, no kidding.
We just saw her mount a ballistic attack toward Alphonse and the Summoner, but she seemed unsure of the situation herself. Regan was also riding in high-tech mechanical armor. Apparently, the world of Nithivalir found a way to fuse magic and science together into something they call Saith Yarn.
Can we have anything that's easy to pronounce? Gulenbursty.
People of Nithivalir to do battle.
Please tell me there's a new mechanic in this game called Gulenbursty. Duos outdated. Harmonics. I don't even know the rest of the thing. Duos, harmonics, legends, mythics, forget it all.
Mechanical armor is called Gulenbursty.
Gulenbursties are here to stay. No more mythics, no more legendaries.
I wonder if they come in owl size. And just what fate awaits our heroes in a world where magic and science have been fused together? You can find out when the gears of Book 5 begin to turn. Don't worry though, there isn't long to wait. You'll be able
Peony
to
had a pretty good kit too.
As soon as the current maintenance period is over. Summoners who just started playing Fire Emblem Heroes can even jump right to the new story if they want to. And what's this?
Yeah, when we got Peony, she had like, what? I guess Fortifier Res 4 isn't that exciting, but...
Let's go over everything one by one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with the new icons. I guess we might find out. For now, we're just gonna get
Log in 10 times during the active period, you can receive up to 20
this stuff.
orbs.
Low speed defense on a free units is pretty cool. Panic Smoke too.
If you clear these quests while they're active, you can earn yourself some Aether stones.
Morbs.
There's also
The highlights so far.
castle design.
Oh,
A special
Thank
castle
you.
design themed after the world of Book Book 5 will be sent to all summoners.
Yo, this is kind of sick though. I've been asking for this. I want like context sensitive castle designs. This is actually like exactly something I've been looking for.
It really changes the atmosphere around here. Use this button to change the design and pick the one you like best. Finally,
I don't think we were allowed to use that one. I think we just fought on that one. I might be wrong.
will be added to the Aether Keep during the
Otherwise, I think the last ones we got were for 3 houses.
time quests that I mentioned before. You can earn special Aether
Whoa.
stones that can be used to unlock them. Be sure to participate so you can add them to your collection.
Those are just aesthetic items, I think. Okay.
Faye? Regan? Faye! It looks like she'll be joining your barracks if you manage to clear
Yay!
Chapter 1 of Book 5. Her Ghoulen Borsty is supposed to have good mobility that can be useful on the battlefield.
Is she a horse?
I think she could be a big help.
Did you see this animation? Yeah, watch out for the spoilers, by the way. Did you see this attack animation in My Fire Emblem Heroes? This is amazing.
She is supposed to have good mobility that can be useful on the battlefield. I think she could be a big help.
Look at her facial expression when she does it, too.
Faye!
Oh,
The new heroes this time.
I hear
are
Sacred
the
Stones.
Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones game.
Alright. Do I take like a quick second to try and guess these? I'm actually clueless. This one might be... That's not Mulder, right? No way. No spoilers in chat, by the way. I think this one might be Natasha. That's my only guess. Dusel? Oh, yeah, that could be Dusel. I think this is Kalik. That's gonna be our GHB.
Let's take a look at who's joining us.
Alright.
As a warrior, I take pride in improving my skills and passing them on to willing students.
Let's go.
First up is Dusel, known as the Obsidian. He was one of the highest
His voice is really
ranking
cool.
generals of the Grado Empire. Next is Kalik.
Is he a banner unit?
Once a mercenary, he proved himself more than capable and rose to become one of the Grado Empire's generals.
That's kinda weird.
Receiving the title of Tiger Eye. His goal is to rise through the ranks and eventually become a king.
Look at that
of his
kit.
own right, it seems.
If he's not a GHB, then he's definitely the demote.
Both mercenaries.
The role of an Imperial General is that of the shield, not the blade.
Weird.
Here we have Selena. She's one of the Grado Empire's generals and was called the Floorspar. She joined the Grado Empire's military after it saved her impoverished hometown.
Pretty cool.
Then she gave her all to serving the Emperor. I hear she was practically the Emperor's...
Who's the last banner unit then? It looked like a little girl.
She'll show her mettle using her powerful magic in this world, too.
It is said that
Oh.
time flows like a river. Does it follow that you can read that
No!
flow? Each ripple, every wave.
Is he gonna have just spent?
Is up next. He was one of the royal mages of the Grado Empire, and he helped...
Oh, so it's all like
research the
Grado
Dark
people.
Stone.
Got it. I was slow on
After
that one.
He was thrown into a dungeon for learning a dire truth, but he came out unscathed, having been saved by Ephraim and his allies.
I think he looks
He
like
was well-versed in magic,
either a
so he had to
demote
remember
or
his foes
a
using his
GHB.
mystic
I don't know what's
arts.
going on there. Hey, I was right.
Please, grant me strength. The strength to tell the truth. I will
Last, but certainly not least, it's Natasha, a cleric of Grado's Imperial Temple. She fled the Empire to inform the countries who held the sacred stones of the danger that threatened them, only
Neat.
to be hounded by Grado's military as a traitor. Thankfully, she was saved by Erica and her allies, and not a moment too
I don't know who the
soon.
demote is. There's a lot going on here, actually.
And there you have it.
Like
Dusel,
3 of the 5 of them have
Selena,
kind of underwhelming kits.
Natasha, and Regan from Book 5.
Oh,
They'll all appear in the Book 5 Begins Regan and
we
More summoning
might be getting a
event.
direct emote.
Noel will join your barracks if you clear the Book 5 Begins quests.
Oh,
And Kalik will join you if you clear the related Grand Hero battle.
okay.
That's a lot to take in.
That answers my
But
question.
Next up is...
So he's kind of like, or he or she. Noah's kind of like a Emerin.
Info on the next version update.
Changes to Aether raids. Okay. I was gonna say all I want. I shouldn't say all I want. Among the things I want is the expanded friends list and maybe revamp the events tab, right?
Some rules are being updated, and a new mythic effect is being added as well.
What do you mean rule changes?
Here's what you need to know about the updated rules.
What do you mean rule
Base
changes?
value for the lift increase that you receive when your raiding party successfully attacks in Aether raids is changing from 80 to 100. But the base value decrease for losing a defending battle in Aether raids is going up from 80 to 100 as well. Because you're able to attack up to 16 times, but can only be attacked a maximum of 8 times, it should be easier than ever to gain lift and ascend for those who have been struggling with that up until now. Tier 28 is also being added.
Tier 28.
Furthermore, starting with the next Aether raid season, the rules for bonus heroes will change. Every season, the bonus hero lists will include one mythic hero each for both defensive teams and raiding parties. Plus, if you
That's
add a bonus mythic
good.
hero to your team, you'll trigger a special effect. Let's dig into that a little more. When you're on the attack, try adding the bonus mythic hero to your raiding party. When you win, even if one of your allies falls in battle, your lift will go up as though everyone survived.
What?
During light seasons, add light-type mythic heroes to your team. And during Astra seasons, add Astra-type mythic heroes. Be sure to put the bonus mythic hero in your defensive team too.
What does that do?
When you lose a defensive battle, your lift will go down 20 fewer points than normal.
But only if they're a
That's
bonus.
the same as when you've managed to defeat one of the attacker's units.
Weird.
Hey, that's some nice balance.
There's a lot going on here.
Much like your raiding party, be sure to add a dark-type mythic hero during dark seasons, and an anima-type mythic hero during anima seasons too.
But only if they're bonus.
Next, let's talk about the new mythic effect. As we've seen, mythic heroes are effective in Aether raids, but new mythic heroes, starting with Regan, will have a new mythic effect.
So she is
in addition
mythic.
to the ones that have been available up until now.
So it's
If
just
you add
okay.
a new mythic hero to your team during the appropriate season, you'll gain one more slot to add another unit to your team. However, you can only use that additional slot to add one of that season's mythic or legendary heroes, or a hero who has a blessing of the appropriate type for that season. Also, there will be no change to the lift value due to adding that extra hero. That means you can arrange your team however you like without worrying about lift.
There's a lot going on here,
Our new
and
friend Regan is one of the mythic heroes I just discussed. What? I already said that? Oh, well, of course I did. I'm just so excited and want to be sure you're paying attention. After you clear Chapter 1 of Book 5 and make Regan your ally,
Oh, she's Astra.
be sure to use her in Aether raids. The high mobility of
That's
her
actually really good for me.
armor Gulenborsti seems like it'll be very useful. Next, I'll explain the changes being made.
God, there was a lot to digest there. I don't like how small she is with the skin tight wear. I really like her weird centaur robot armor. The extra deployment slot doesn't seem that huge of a change. There's a lot to digest there. I guess we'll come back to it later, but this might be big. Summoning screen changes and changes to how summoning works.
To the summoning screen, as well as changes to how summoning works. Starting with the next update, you'll be able to see the appearance rates of 5-star heroes right on the summoning screen.
It's a whole new game.
This will make it focus heroes.
So this is a good quality of life change. Also, I hope you get a 3-star Obro.
Nice try, but you're no focus hero. Up until now, if a 5-star hero appeared that
No
wasn't
more
one of
pity
the
breakers?
heroes, the appearance rates
What?
were reset. But now,
What?
Hey,
Oh.
hey, the appearance rates are still a little higher than normal.
It's a half measure, but we'll take it.
Believe
It's a half measure, but we'll take it.
Next update. Even if a non-focus 5-star hero is summoned, the appearance rates for both focus and non-focus 5-star heroes will drop by no more than 2%.
Yeah, still
in
better.
total.
They couldn't get rid of pity
However, if a
breakers
5-star
completely.
focus hero is
No,
summoned,
no.
The focus appearance rate will go back down to its original value.
It's also good because pity breakers are getting better in general on the new banners. So that's a good change.
Faye? What's this?
I'm guessing it's all banners, but that is a good question.
Looks like Winter Festival heroes.
Man,
But who could they be?
just show them now.
There's too much snow. I can't see a thing. Faye! It looks like you can choose a 5-star hero to summon for free for every 40 summons you perform in this special Heroes Summoning event.
Does anyone else see George here in the middle? Is that just me?
Up to a total of 3 times. That means you're guaranteed to make 3 of the focus heroes your allies if you summon at least 120 times. Talk about holiday cheer. Faye, that's all the news for today. I'm so curious to find out what awaits our heroes in the world of Book 5. Until then,
Christmas Camilla?
it's getting cold out there. So,
This is the part of the Faye channel where we listen to Faye snore for a bit. Okay, thank you, Faye. Very cool. Codename Steam banner, baby. Abraham Lincoln crossover. Let's go. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot to digest here. Wow. Pretty much, like, first impression is that this is all good news, but I will have to wait on some of the AR news to wait and see how it plays out. But, let's start the summoning changes, because that's quick. Yeah, so since they didn't clarify, I'm guessing this goes for every banner, right? I think they would have clarified otherwise. Unless that banner doesn't have pity breakers, so like this won't work on legendary hero banners or mythic hero banners. Imagine if you could like choose which legendary you wanted, and then if you got a 5-star that wasn't that one, it did this, where it just decreased it by 1. That'd be nice, but anyway, this is still nice. And yeah, if this applies to the Bride banner rerun, I'm sure it will actually. There's no reason it shouldn't. Then that will help me a lot. Also, the couple of summon simulators will have to like change how the banners are programmed. Damn. Appearance rates will only go down by a combined total of 2%. Yeah, this is really good. It basically reduces the variance on like getting plus 10 units. I mean, it does several things, but one consequence is that it's a little easier to get plus 10 units now, because you won't get pity broken like a bunch of times in a row. The dream for plus 10ing all mix is much more attainable indeed. Also, starting with the new Christmas banner, you can get 3 sparks. Wait. Is that I thought that was just for that banner. Is that for every banner? No way. Let's see.
that means you're guaranteed.
I think it's just this one. But it's good to clarify that, though. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about this 3 spark thing that was going on, so thank you for reminding me. I like how, like, their idea of, like, Christmas seasonal units is like, here's a character who literally put a tree on their head. Honestly, like, I don't have the energy to speculate on these silhouettes for 2 weeks, so I might just not do that after tonight. There's no way they would introduce 3 sparks on every banner the same year sparks were introduced. It would be nice, though. I would like them to apply sparks to other types of banners, but maybe someday. Like, is there really a good reason to not have the sparking system on the seasonal banners? Speaking of new heroes, we can take a look at Dusel and all them. Also this girl, if I remember. This trailer was so cool.
Face.
There should be a winter unit that has a big goofy Christmas tree on them. Only their face is showing. It's like the hot dog costume, but it's a tree instead of a hot dog. I like it. Or the banana costume. Alphonse is back. Yeah, so that's kind of a weird situation. In book 4, like one of the most interesting reveals was when they were like, Alphonse is dead, and this whole book story is a dream by the summoner because he just wants Alphonse to not be dead. Like, that was actually really interesting, but then they were just like, no, summoner, you have to believe he's alive. And then it turned out he was alive, and it was kind of lame. It would have been much more interesting if Alphonse was dead. And that we had to, like, bring him back somehow. I don't know. Book 4 was kind of a filler arc. Although the fairies might come back later, with that teaser we got. Anyway, let's take a look. We got Reagan Arataka. I want to find the new heroes. Where are they? Wait, it's all filler arcs? Always has been. Good point. That's a lot of really good skills to have on a free unit. And since this is a new heroes banner, you can spark for Reagan, which is really hard to pass up, not gonna lie. Yeah, sparking for Reagan is a really good idea. I'll have to resist. Summoning banner, maybe? What's this? Oh, the banner trailer, okay. Let's switch to that real quick, since I was gonna switch to talking about the new characters anyway. This makes it more convenient. We can come back here and look at their stats later. I decided we're watching in Japanese. Okay, fine. I realized, oh wait, then I can't read the weapon skills. I was like, you know, in the trailer, it looked like those were all skills where we would already know what they did, but then I remembered the weapon skills. Okay, we got Blue Tome Cavalry. We'll just talk about these skills as we see them. Outside of combat, if foe's HP greater than 75, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat, and neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks during combat. That's pretty good. Pretty straightforward. It's no follow-up on a weapon class that wouldn't usually have access to it, so that's pretty good. Attack Res Ruse, apparently new. I actually didn't know that. So there we go, we have Attack Res Ruse for the first time. Not much to say about Selena. I will say I didn't expect them to put these units on like a new heroes banner like this, so that's kind of cool. Sacred Stones had like a bunch of villains that people wanted in the game, which is just interesting, compared to like Echoes, where we're all out of villains to add as Grand Hero battles. The bolting animation for this tome? Yeah, let's check that out. He's gonna have a bunch of attack and a bunch of res. Forgot about Brigand Boss. Excuse me, his title is just Obsidian. Is that normal? Shouldn't he be like the Obsidian General or something? Natasha's the demote? I see. Obsidian was a nickname for him? I see. Obsidian Lance. So he's a Cavalry Lance, obviously. Grants defense +3. If a unit is not adjacent to an ally, inflicts attack defense -6 on foe during combat, and the unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Very straightforward, but very strong. I kind of like these couple of weapons being straightforward. They're easy to remember, which is good. First unit to have defense res solo 4, which is interesting. I'm looking out for, what is it? Defense res unity. I think that'll be interesting. And yeah, this is a really good base kit. Is Fluorspar a gemstone? I didn't know that. That's a good point though, yeah, Volter is like the moonstone. Or whatever. He's gonna have a bunch of defense, I guess, because he has Bonfire. We can look at their stats after this. Actually, I can switch back and forth too. Nah, whatever. We'll look at their stats later. But yeah, for fodder, you can pass off low attack defense and defense wrestle at the same time. Although, defense rest solo 4 is a little niche. It works well on him, so I would just keep it on him personally. If he initiates, or if you're in combat with him and he's not adjacent to any allies, he gets like effective plus 13 to his defense stats. No, plus 16 with this. That's very strong. And he's like inflicting defense minus 9 on you. Just speaking generally, I feel like we've been getting a bunch of staff demotes, which is... I don't know if it's interesting or not. Like, over the past year, I mean. We had like Forest, and Mercedes, and Dameron, and Lena. He has nothing new, so... having Close Guard in the summoning pool will actually be pretty nice, because it's just a pretty good C skill, so... that's basically it, though. I guess she might be the first infantry staff to have, like, Gen 5 BST. Every time you summon Reagan, this plays. You see Alphonse about to die.
I'm Reagan. Who are you? No, let me start again. I am Reagan. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
She's a sword cavalier. There's a lot going on here already. Okay. Oh, she has Kanto. Kanto 3. Yo, what? Grants speed plus 3, enables Kanto 3 during turns 1 through 4. If unit initiates combat, grants attack speed plus 6 during combat. And reduces damage from foes' first attack by 30%. What is Kanto? After an attack, assist skill, or structure destruction, unit can move 3 spaces. Okay, hold on. After an attack, assist skill, or structure... Okay, sorry, I got mixed up. So after any action that she takes, not if she gets rallied. Okay, so after any action she takes, she can move 3 spaces. Unit moves according to movement type once per turn. Cannot attack or assist. Only highest value applied. Does not stack. This is like at the end of the drug commercial. It's like listing all the side effects and limitations. Yeah, it's a status condition you're getting. Only highest value applied. Does not stack after moving if a skill that grants another action would be triggered. Like with Gale Force, Kanto will trigger again? Units base movement has no effect on movement granted. Cannot warp. Using skills like Wings of Mercy, a distance greater than 3 spaces. That would actually be really sick if Crom got Kanto. Yeah, I don't know. So, if you're Kantoing, you can't attack, which is good. But it sounds like if you were going to... It sounds like Gale Force takes precedence over Kanto, right? Sarah Shell, at the start of turn 1, grants special cooldown count -3 to unit, boosts damage by 15, and calculates damage using the lower of foe's defense or res. I was thinking, wait a minute, is her special gonna grant her another action? It means like you attack, Kanto, Gale Force. Kanto again. Wait, what? Oh! You might be right, actually. If we're just going by what the text says down here, then yeah, that's basically what it's saying, but... Oh, it does say Kanto triggers again, doesn't it? Kanto will trigger again. Why would you say it once per turn, then say Kanto will trigger again? Whatever. Okay, so I think you're right. She attacks, Kantos, and then once she's done moving, then she gets Gale Force. Which is completely insane. So yeah, since she's an Astra offense unit, you can do some pretty nutty stuff on offense with this. Although getting like a Sword Cavalier in range of attacking like your opponents might be a little difficult, maybe? You could just like smite her or something to get her over traps and stuff, so I guess it's actually not that bad. Yeah, so her being free is a pretty big deal. We finally have a free Astra Mythic, which is overall a good thing, because a lot of people were just kind of shut out of scoring well in Astra because they didn't want to summon for Naga, Altina, or Plumeria, so this is a good change. Also, I think with this, it doesn't matter, but the 4x4 chart of Mythics is now filled out with one extra for Dark Speed. Oh yeah! Altina was free, wasn't she? I completely forgot about that. And yeah, I was thinking about that too. So right now in Astra, I just run 2 Altinas, but with this, I'll probably just merge my Altinas and then run Regen separately. But yeah, triple Mythic is also an option. Wait a minute. I think Altina also grants attack. So I was wrong, actually. We might not actually have our 4x4 chart of Mythics filled out, because I think Regen and Altina both give attack. Yeah.
It's an honor.
So if you run triple Mythic with 2 Altinas, you'll be granting attack +9, which is pretty cool. The rest of her kit kind of speaks for itself. Obviously, the skills are all very good. This is literally like the skill set you would want on Summer Mia. I just couldn't help but notice that. Right after I fought her to Larse. Whatever. Shell is pretty good, so I guess the idea is like immediately you have her special ready to go because it gets -2 cooldown. So you can just smite her into your opponents, she kills one, then she Kantos out. Or if you're running Gale Force. I guess if you have Gale Force then you can't have this, but... Her follow-up attack uses the guns.
I won't lose. This is it for you.
I love that guns are in Fae now. And yeah, there's Kanto. Are we gonna get more Gulen Bursty units?
Are the books
Okay, well I guess that basically does it for the new banner units. We get at least 1 for each movement type? And each of them will have Kanto? Yeah, because in the text for it did clarify how it would work with different movement classes, so yeah, you could be right. A flyer with Kanto is also interesting. These designs are so, like, weird, but I like it a lot. I feel like it works. Okay. I don't think we need to watch the gear trailer again, so we'll skip that. Like I said, I like the new home screen. New FEH. Alright, so now we can start breaking down, I guess we can look at their stats too. Oh, I was wrong. Selena does not have a bunch of res. She has 1,000,000 speed and attack. I know it's being affected by Life and Death 4, but yeah. Everything appears to be in order here. Higher than average HP, high res. Okay. Yeah, so like this AR situation, pretty crazy. There's a lot going on here. I was gonna say earlier, the fact that running a bonus defense mythic can decrease your loss is kind of offset by the fact that they're increasing loss anyway, right? So across the board, you're getting -20 more than usual. So far, right, I think that would actually incentivize you to make defense teams that win instead of just running defense mythics, right? Because if you just run a bunch of defense mythics, you can decrease your max lift loss to like 20 or whatever, or 40. But now that it's a little higher, you're more incentivized to make a defense team that will actually win. But then you have to factor in this situation. Mythic heroes for each season will be added to the bonus heroes list. This is a really good change because it got really annoying when like new mythic heroes would be bonuses for like the wrong seasons. So this is overall a good change. Kind of weird that Freya is the light bonus 2 times in a row, but whatever. And then there's this disclaimer here that, like, if 2 allies fall, then you lose lift as if you only lost 1. So if you're running a bonus mythic, then you get to negate 1 loss, which is a pretty big deal, honestly. Because a lot of times, like, you would just have one unit die, and then, like, you could probably still win, but you quit because, you know, you have ladders anyway, so you may as well use them. This is also unfortunate because, like, on defense, like, the people that lose 1 unit to your defense and then quit, like, those people are going to keep playing, and they're going to try to beat your defense team. There's a lot going on here. I don't really know what the overall consequence of all these changes will be. It's really hard to say. It'll probably average out so that it's about as hard as usual to rank highly. They did say they're adding tier 28, right? So there's an interesting disclaimer down here. There may be additional special limitations on the extra slot created by defending mythic heroes who are scheduled to be added in the future. So, wait. Okay, I'm just now processing something they said earlier. They said new mythic specifically for this new feature.
If you add a new mythic hero to your team during the appropriate season, you'll gain.
So this is actually separate from the bonus system. This is just all new mythics from now on have this. Okay. Seems like pretty direct power creep, but whatever. What do I know?
However,
but then in the future, they're gonna add, like, new anima heroes and new dark heroes or mythic heroes that will, like, negate this extra slot, I guess? I think that's the idea. So, like, when you're making these teams, you have to keep in mind that, like, if the opponent's team has that defense mythic, you'll have to, like, make sure this is a unit you can do without, which is really weird.
sing of the appropriate type for that season. Also, there will be no change to the lift value due to
So I'm curious if you're allowed to do this even if you don't have a new mythic? My current impression is that you actually, like, you still need to have the new mythic. When it comes to, like, adding, like, a legendary unit that lines up with the season.
adding that out here.
I feel like Faye just repeated herself, but okay. So you can't add any unit you want here. It has to be a mythic or a legendary that lines up with the season. Okay. I'm getting there. I almost understand. So that gives you some limitations on what kind of support units you can run. It's actually it's a decent incentive to actually run, like, old legendaries, so that's cool, I guess. Especially old legendaries that have good support skills, like Ellie would. Or Marth, I guess. Okay, that's everything. I wonder, did they mention when those changes are going into effect? Because it almost sounds like they're going into effect immediately, like tonight. If that's the case, and that's kind of nutty. Yeah. Well, damn. Alright. I mean, I guess that's basically everything. I've had my dinner just sitting in front of me for an hour. I'll have to reheat it. This took priority. A lot of cool stuff. The summoning changes are good. The AR changes could be a net positive, I don't know yet. We'll check, we'll see what the winter seasonal thing is relatively soon, actually. I think like a little over a week we'll see what these guys are. Yeah, a lot of people were asking for the new free unit to be male, just because that would have been new. Fjorm, Air, and Peony were obviously all female. But would you wail for a male? What is it called? I can't even remember. It was so crazy. Like, whatever her robot's called. Gulen Borsti. There it is. This is our first ever Gulen Borsti free unit. Come on. How can you not be happy? Yeah, I'll have to decide if I'm gonna spark for her or not. I don't think I am, but it will be tempting. I won't lie. Whenever you get a chance to spark for a mythic unit, it's usually worth it. But in this case, we are getting a free one anyway, so it kind of depends. I wonder... Since we have, like, power creeped new mythic heroes, new in, like, lowercase, like they do for Nintendo games, new mythic heroes. Since we have that, I wonder if they're gonna do, like, new legendary heroes too, but then they kind of already did that, so maybe they won't. Alright, I'm gonna end it. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Stay safe. I stopped the stream, and then before I stopped the recording, I remembered. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks. Go follow on Twitch. That's where we do live reactions to all this stuff. And if I'm uploading this when I think I am, then pretty soon on this channel I'll be uploading some old, not very old, some Aether raids content that I recorded a little bit ago. I was just editing that today, actually. So yeah, stay tuned for that.